Finishes, Video 5. Continuing with the customization of our Revit model, we will work in the kitchen again and add a decal to the wall in the kitchen for a backsplash. Alright, so we're going to go to our section view for our kitchen, and I'll show you exactly how to place a backsplash on the wall between your cabinets and your countertop. To do this, we will click on the Insert tab, which is a new tab. We've not used anything in this particular tab yet. We will go to the Decal button, and we are going to click on Decal Types. Alright, so our decals are basically a way to add an image to a specific surface or a face. So to add a decal, we can click on Create New Decal, and we'll call this Backsplash for the kitchen. And we can insert a source image. So when we click on the three dots here, the Mats folder will load again. If it does not, you can click on Mats because we created that shortcut. Or if you want to go online and download a file, you can find it on your computer library and also insert. So for a decal, for backsplash, we're going to find some sort of tile or maybe some brick accent. It's really just, it's going to be according to what your design intent is and based on what you've decided ahead of time. So a coordinating finish we can add might be some tile, and Revit gives us some default tile, which I like for us to use at this moment since we're new to the software. We can click on a specific finish tile. Let me find one here. A tile finish. Let's go bold. Not for aesthetics, but just for the sake of showing you what it does. Let's go with a dark terrazzo black. Probably wouldn't use that necessarily because of the countertop color, but just to show you that the difference between the colors and have a contrast here, I'll choose this one. Alright, so everything else will leave the same until we see it in real time, and we will click OK, and then we'll go back to the decal button and place decal. Now you'll see we have a backsplash kitchen decal that we just created. That's ready to go, and the width of the image is going to be 2 feet wide and 2 feet high. So we're going to click that down right now, and you'll see that I placed it here. It's 2 feet wide, 2 feet high, and that's going to be that's the default size. Now, according to the image that you brought in, you may need to make this smaller or larger. If you have a picture of 3 bricks that are sitting side by side, your swatch would not need to be 2 feet by 2 feet, because that would mean that these bricks are each, roughly 8-9 inches wide a piece, and that's not true to size. So the scale matters for this part. To be able to see the decal, we'll need to go to realistic view. Just bear in mind that your computer may lag a little if you try to move the display around. Alright, so here's our 2 foot by 2 foot swatch of our tile backsplash. We can increase the swatch if we feel like the size of the stone in this image is too small, and we can make the scale according to what we want. I'm going to leave it, let's go 3 feet by 3 feet. And then we can move it down or up depending on how we want to see it. and then we can simply copy it across the wall. Alright, so we'll click on the copy command, and we'll click multiple copies. That way we can continue to go across in one command. I'm going to click here, and here's a trick of Revit. I can pull my mouse all the way down, and I know that my swatch is 3 feet wide, so I'm going to type 3 feet and press enter, and it's going to lay it right next to. And since my mouse is already over here and I've clicked the multiple button, I can click 3 again and another one appears. Then I can go 3 again and another one appears. Alright, so that's how you can copy multiple times over and over. You won't see the decal here. It may show up in the other room, but we did split this wall, so I believe that we won't see this decal any longer, even though the frame is here. I'm not seeing a cabinet here. We probably missed one along the way. There'll be a cabinet here. You will place that in if you haven't already to shore that up, and we'll leave it at that. We can also check this in our 3D view, and you'll see that we have the decals here. Yeah, I missed the cabinet there. We'll go to realistic view, and you can see that that's the backsplash. So decals are great for adding some texture and some extra materials that we can't easily do without changing an entire wall. Let's see. Let's do the same for, you'll continue it here on the other side, and some homes you'll see the backsplash material above as well. You can do that if you'd like. You should have a cabinet here that you've edited and made 2 feet deep, as we talked about in the the plumbing, appliances, and cabinetry videos. So this picture right here is not a finished kitchen, but it's close. So you can add your decals around. You can do the same thing for your bathrooms. Same procedure, and sometimes designers will use the same tile for both the backsplash and in the bathroom. Totally a normal thing. Let's find our bathroom view. I don't believe I cut the right room. Let's see. Nope, I missed it. Click on there. We'll drag it in. We'll go to view, and we can add the tile. We could go here behind the window or behind the mirror that we'll place in the staging portion of the project. We'll also need tile for the shower, and that's another way to do that. So it won't be the same as the backsplash necessarily, but we'll need to put tile decals on the wall around the shower, because we wouldn't want water to be pouring out of the shower nozzle onto the sheetrock wall. So we definitely need to put in some sort of tile material in this location. So you'll need to do that as well. That's part of the finishes. And then for the decorations in the rooms, as we stage the home, you'll have a better idea of what you want to put in the home. But you can also, for decal, let's just give you an example. Let me grab this wall right here, and we'll go next to the front door, and we'll just put a picture on the wall right here just to show you how to do it. And then you'll apply this later on in the staging the home portion of the design. Same deal. We'll go to decal, decal types, and we'll create a new one, which is down here at the bottom. And we'll call this, I don't know, picture of family. We'll load a source. We can come out of the mats, and you can go to your computer and you can load a picture. I'm going to go to desktop and just find something real quick. Let's say we want to put a picture of the Sequoia letter on the wall. Why not? I have it here. We'll go to open, and we'll click on OK. And then we'll go back to decal, place a decal, picture of family. I can click it down, and then I can make it as big as I need. And when we go to the realistic view, there it is. You'll have to make sure the backgrounds of these images are correct. You can also, I would grab something with a frame around it so that it looks a little bit more realistic. But that's how you add specific art to a wall by using a decal. Let's see what else we need to do. Let's go back to 3D view. We have backsplash in there. The exterior of the home is the same procedure as far as coloring. We probably want to add some flooring, at least a paint color on the slab that matches our scheme. For the exterior wall, we've got some trim out there. For the exterior siding, let me show you how to manipulate that. We're going to edit type, and we're going to go to the structure, and we will click on the siding clapboard material. So every wall that's labeled siding clapboard, if we change this color, everything updates, just like the countertops did in the kitchen. We can go to appearance, and here we have this thermal moisture siding panel horizontal beige color, and then we have a white color on top. Alright, so if we want the paint color to be white for the siding, we're going to leave the image in place, and we're going to drag this image fade down to almost 0, and the color appears brighter than the image texture. Alright, so the texture is the same down here. We have the amount of bump that we see, the thickness in the depth of the material, and then we have the image fade, which is the color. Alright, so if I take the fade all the way out for the color and I turn up the bump, we see how much more detailed it is. We may not want it that detailed. That can be lower. It just depends. You're going to have to balance these two. If we want the outside of our home to be, let's say we want to have a bold color of dark green. Again, wouldn't be something we would normally do, but just to show you the contrast, I'm going to pick this dark green, bold, dark green color. Say OK. And then we will fade the image, and as we fade the image, it shows up green. So this is just according to your eye, what you want to see. If you want to research a color number on the internet to find the right matching colors, you can add that as well right there. We would not want to paint in this scenario because it's going to wipe away this image and this bump. It's going to take it completely away, and it will just be a solid color. But we do want to see the texture on the outside. If I click apply, you'll see that the color will show up when I make the render appearance appear the same. Come on, buddy. Alright, so we'll match that color. For some reason it didn't transfer. We have the numbers here, 6231, so we can go here, 6231, OK, apply. There's the green, and we still have the texture. Alright, so we're not going to show you much more on that. To finish out, and this needs to be quick, I'm about to run out of time on this one video. You'll want to do the same paint for the trim that's around the roof. You can also paint that. So quickly, the shingles are a material, a 2D material. You can edit that and change the asphalt shingle image. So you'll customize that. And then for the side of the trim, we're going to go to roof, and we're going to add a fascia board, roof fascia. You click on the fascia option, and then that adds a board on the outside which we can color. So that'll match our trim for the rest of the home. So you will add fascia around the outside. It's on every single roof edge, and then make it match your trim color. Alright, so once you've customized your home and made it your own, we will continue on. We will add the lighting inside the home, and we will add the site and the staging.